Hi friends, my name is Claire, and because this is my first video on YouTube, I thought I would do my favorite look, which is this very bright lip with neutral eyes, which can be dressed up really nicely for a fancier occasion, or it can be dressed down for a casual day at school or work. So I hope you like the look. So first, we're gonna do foundation. So this is the Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation in 100 Ivory. It's SPF 20, which is great. Just get a pump on there. So let's get started. This color is a little bit dark for me, but because it's springtime, I think it's nice because it's gonna work really well once my skin starts getting a little tanner down the neck. So I am using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in light. So give it a little bit of a twist and then just sort of put some under your eyes. Pat it in. I go to university here in Scotland, the University of St. Andrews. I need this look to be quick because class actually starts for me in half an hour. I'm going to take the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in translucent and just dust it across my nose, which is the only oily place on my face other than my eyelids. I just realized that I forgot to do the other kind of concealer, which is the spot covering concealer, because I have a bit of breakout right there. I told you I was running late. I have a few situations over here. Okay, now we are done with the base. Let's go in with a little bit of bronzer. I am very, very pale, so I definitely need some help, especially because it's spring now. It's nice to have a little bit more of a glow. So I'm going to be using the Body Shop Honey Bronzer. I'm not really contouring, I'm just hitting the high points of my face where I want a little bit of depth. Blend it with your finger. Your finger already always knows what's best. Okay, Claire, we don't need that this early in the morning. Okay. And I'm gonna leave the blush off until the end because when you're wearing really dark red lipstick, you never really can tell how much blush you need, so I might as well just leave it off to the end because I'll probably be touching it up anyway. So I'm gonna go into the eyes, and I'm gonna use a very neutral color. So this is a Kiko cream eyeshadow. It's number 4, but it's a very neutral grayish taupey brown color. Just pat it on. Getting it a little bit onto the brow bone and into the crease, which is a good idea. And then on the other eye, because this is fairly cool tone, this looks really nice with warm brown eyes. I mean, it looks good on all eye colors, but I'm here for my brown-eyed girls. So if you wanted a little bit more definition, you could go into the crease with a little bit of a darker color. So I'm going to be using my Too Faced Naturalized palette, and this is not the matte one, this is also the shimmery one. And I'm going to be using this color right here, this taupey brown color, for my eyebrows because it's not too warm. I'm just gonna run this through with an angled eyebrow brush. There are people outside. I swear I grabbed a spoolie. Guess not. But it would be a good idea to run a spoolie through these brows to sort of disperse the color. You can also use the same brush and the same color and run it underneath your lower lash line to give a little bit of definition down there. This is also nearly exactly the same color as the cream eyeshadow that we used, that I used. You guys aren't here. I betrayed myself. Poked myself in the eye. Okay. So I have grabbed the Maybelline Color Tattoo Bad to the Bronze, and I'm going to just grab the tiniest bit and dab that on top. Mostly in the inner half of the eyelid and not above the crease. Because we want a little bit of brightness. The eyes should be fairly neutral, so we don't want anything too bright. So I'm going to use the Full and Soft mascara from Maybelline. It's one of their older ones, very classic, and it is fairly cheap. And then I'm going to use the mirror from my palette because we want to get it really deep down into the roots, the mascara, but we don't want to get it onto our eyelids. So the best way to do that is to hold the mirror below you. So you look down into the mirror. And then as I pull the wand through the eyelashes, I sort of give it a bit of a twirl. And then press it at the bottom of the roots of the lashes like this. And then give it a bit of a wiggle. We want most of the intensity at the roots because we don't want it super fanned out, because we want to keep this more of a cool and relaxed sort of look. And then for your bottom lash line, it's good to hold the mirror above you so that you don't get it on your lower lash line. Don't forget to make the alien face. Doing a lot more lashes on the bottom line looks really nice with this look, I think. Now for the pièce de résistance, the lips. So I'm going to take my tissue and blot off my chapstick. Make sure you do put on a really good thick lip balm before you do this, because dark lipsticks will grab onto any flaky bits. I have very dry lips, so I actually put on chapstick the night before if I'm planning on doing lipstick the next day. So I am using a Kiko lipstick. This is not a matte lipstick because I can't really do mattes because my lips are so dry. And it's just this gorgeous packaging. And there's a button on top and you press it in. Amazing. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lipstick with a lip brush in my hand and sort of pat it on first. And then with the lip brush, blend it in so you have a really good stain going. This is gonna make the color last a really long time. And then the upper lip. Okay, now that we have the really good stain, we're gonna take the lipstick again, take the lip brush, and actually dip the lip brush onto the lipstick on both sides. Really load up the brush. Now, just do the exact same thing again. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick pause, blot, and then grab your lip liner. Mine is a Sonia Kashuk one, it's True Red. So again, we're gonna make a creepy face. This is the best way to do it because then you can really easily follow your bottom lip line. And bring the lip liner into the lips so that when it starts to rub off, you don't get that really annoying line around the lips. I get that really bad. And this is when we can do a little bit of work on and cheat a little bit on the outsides of our lips. My upper lip is much thinner than my bottom one, so I'm going to cheat it a bit. And use little tiny feathery strokes. So take a step back, look at yourself in the mirror straight on, So mine is a little bit crooked, so I'm gonna go in a little bit more on this side. Make sure you get the outer corners. Blot again, because blotting is your best friend. So I know my tissue is dirty, and I used this one yesterday to blot my lips. But I am a broke college student. Tissues are expensive. So we have to reuse them sometimes. Sorry, kind of gross. Now the fun part is just when you go straight in with the bullet. So, be careful. Ooh, shiny. Put a little bit of extra in the middle to make it extra shiny. Okay, and now we're gonna blot one more time. And then dab on just a little bit more into the center. Make a sexy face at yourself. And this is also a really good time so that you can sort of look at the rest of your face and see if you want to add a little bit, maybe a little more mascara, a little more brows. I think I'm going to add the tiniest bit more mascara. We cannot forget blush, because otherwise I would look really sort of sallow, but also kind of strangely orangey bronze. So now we're going to use my huge fluffy blush brush in this gorgeous pink color. The brand is called Smoss. Never had any other brush from this brand. I got it in Barcelona, even though it's a New York brand. I was very disappointed to hear that, because I wanted a, you know, Barcelona brand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this Kiko blush. It is a mosaic blush in Luminous Baby Pink. It's a really nice one because it's a bluish toned pink, similar to the bluish tone of the red. So I'm gonna just dab and swirl, and then very gently swirl and blend. I like using my blush in a bit of a sculptural way and sort of going underneath the cheekbone a little bit. Gotta make your alien face. Or you can make your sweet, creepy face. Or you could always look at yourself dully in the mirror. So, I think that this is a good place to sort of step back again. Look at yourself. Out of my Too Faced palette, this is a really nice color to use on the tops of your cheekbones. So I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and dab it and blend. It's going to look a little bit crazy until you really blend it out. Take your powder brush from before, give it a good blend. So I think that's me done. So I'm just going to take my hair out of the clip. And your hair is where you want it. Slide the glasses on. Sexy. So that was my dark red lips tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be posting more videos soon, so please subscribe.